Terrible.
Really?
She was terrible to work with.
Jericho gets put in a feud with Chyna, which is where supposedly the heat comes from. He's supposed to bump and feed for her, but when he accidentally busts her face up, he gets heat for quote unquote working too stiff.
Yeah.
Do you remember this incident and any potential fallout from him? And do you ever wind up having a conversation with him about it, since you are running talent relations here?
We may have chatted about it or said, look, you get some heat on him because China's politically connected. I think she was dating Triple H at the time. And so he rode in with his white horse and rescued her. It was a potato. It was inadvertent. He didn't go out to hurt her. He didn't intend to hurt her. It just happened.
Is it like wrestling Chyna?
Terrible.
Really?
She was terrible to work with. She wasn't good, but she thought she was. And she also was in a position where they were pushing her really big that she could beat up guys. Mm-hmm. She couldn't.
Obviously.
As
viewers, we bought
it. I never got that credit. No one ever once said you're making her look good. It was the other side of the coin. I got in big trouble from working with her because at one point I remember when I first started working with her, Vince was like, "Don't treat her like a woman. Treat her like a wrestler." And she was really stiff too, which means she worked very strong. Listen, and I'm not talking bad of her, I'm just telling the truth. So when we worked together, it was a solid fight in a lot of ways. And I remember one time she got a little bit of a black eye from me, and you would have thought I cut her arm off with a chainsaw. Like, I got in so much trouble, and I was like, fuck, like I didn't do it on purpose, but
I mean, they're having you wrestle her. What do you
expect? Right? So it was a tough position for me to be in. It was my first real angle in the WWE, my first story. But once again, I mean, I did the best that I could, and I think her best matches that she ever had were with me.
Absolutely.